Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to Thursday night. Well, started a bit early because I got a little bit of leveling up to do, so we might as well get into it. God damn it, that Powerwolf song is going to be stuck in my head now. Whoa! You okay over there, Streamlabs? That was a pretty scary UI aberration right there. And am I still streaming? Did I lose frames? No? Okay. I'm still scared. Alright, so I had Unflinching and then Carouse and Fellowship. So now I should simply get Bulwark. And what is Bulwark? Cool. Alright, Jai Hidari. Oh, they do have a build guide for her. Excellent. But first, okay, so the last thing I did was supporting the advance. Oh, Medicae, okay. Medicae and Ballistic Skill, okay. And then Orchestrated Form, upgrade 1. And she's supposed to get Training Perception, okay. And then she's supposed to get Medicae and Perception, okay. And then finally, she's supposed to get Base Skill, Lore, Xenos. And then Fervor? Okay. Actually, hang on. Let's go up to the High Factorum first. And... there we go. For you, my dear lady. Excellent. Alright, so, according to this... Let's see. Kibela. She does the tanking, she protects the party, and she doesn't clash much with an melee MC for gear. She's great, and stacking tons of dots does a lot of damage when you have a lot of attacks. She can proc and can proc set dots on hit. She'll benefit you a lot if you reach dogmatic rank 2, as that burn. She also really likes Sidira, your friend, too, since she does spend her HP a lot. There's no shortage of either, especially from your colonies, so it's free real estate. Okay. There are Death Cult blades around, but they all suck, so I just spent a feat on proficiency. You'll get decent ones eventually, but it'll be very late. Okay. Okay, so first thing we're supposed to get... Well, I'm glad I picked the right one. So we get her Nimble first, which I got her. And then Agility. Yeah, I'm glad I did that right. So we get her Blood Oath, which I'm glad I got. And Demolition, okay. And then we get Agility. And Escape Artist? Ah! Then we get Medicae, which I did, and then we get Dueling Mastery, which I think I got too. Yep. Then it's Death Waltz 1. Oh, okay. Then Race Against Death. Yep. And Weapon Skill, obviously. And then we had Veil of Blades. Okay. And then Anticipation. Okay. Then Weapon Skill. Okay. And Demolition. Alright, interesting. Characteristic Training Fellowship. Alright. And then Athletics. Alright. And then... Fellowship. Okay. Death Warden. Which I got. Yes, definitely. And then Death Waltz 2. Okay, so then, and yes, Executioner, I'm glad we agree on that. I'm not a complete moron. Okay. Forced Repentance. Oh, well, yeah, Striking Word. Wait, what? Okay. Reckless Abandon. Anatomy Expert. I think I got this one. Yes. Carnival of Misery. And then we get her more agility. And then more agility. And then Perfect Anatomy. Okay. Okay, I think I skipped on that one. Exsanguination. Master of Torture. Oh, so yeah, I see where they're going with this build. This build is just a dot machine. A Drukhari weapon proficient. That actually makes sense. What? Oh, Laura Xenos, okay. Weapon skill, okay. And, Drukhari weapon proficiency. That seems a little bit off, but okay. I'll trust you on that one. Then, does it hurt? Oh, Jesus. Then we have more weapon skill, obviously. Then we have more Medicae, yep. Then we have Carnival of Misery 3. Yes, I picked that one too. Then we have Hardened Body. Fellowship. Medicae, yeah, we're just boosting our HP at this point. And finally... Terrifying Strike. And it will not die. Yeah, that I grabbed early on. Perfection. Okay, back to the old builds. Heinrich is next. Good old Pokeboy. So the last thing I gave him was Carouse and Bloodhaze. So now he gets Willpower and Destined. Interesting. Oh, yeah, his armor just increases every round. Okay. Next he gets... what? Wildfire? Oh. Okay. Idira. Oh, lol. She got 5 ranks. Withdraw. So next thing she gets is Lore Warp. And Strength. Interesting choice. And she gets Wild Hunt 4. And then she has Power... oh, God, I'm taking more time than I thought. Okay. Power Conduit. Alright. And then Awareness... and Ballistic Skill. And then she has Psyker Majoris, I think. Psyker Terminus, okay. And Prescience. Ooh! More buffing. Oh god, poor Abelard. No, I'm not gonna spend... well, I got to. Alright. Abelard, Abelard. So the last thing I gave him was a toughness increase. And before that was Renitent Beacon. So Renitent Beacon. So he gets Fellowship, Enduring Shield, Force Distraction, Athletics, and we'll give him Counterattack Stance. And then supposedly I can give him Heavy or Power Armor Proficiency. Alright. And we give him more Fellowship. And then we give him Swift Movements. So then he can boot, scoot, and boogie. And then we give him Resilient Beacon. Then we give... what? We give him Unyielding Guard 3. And then we give... I think we give him Unflinching. Yep. And then... Oh, you only took it up to 14. Oh, okay. So there's still several. Oh boy, I'm going to be on my own from this point. Okay. Last thing I gave her was intelligence and Lower Xenos. Killing Edge. Okay. Pascal. Last thing I gave him was what? Lore Imperium and Intelligence. Oh. Okay. Out on the trail. Strategist Cassia. The last thing I gave her was... Oh, Mend Reality. Okay. Interesting. And finally, Argenta. The bolter bitch, who is still very much a bolter bitch. Who can, you know, basically help me fucking one round last time. Kick. Okay. So have I been here yet? I think I have. Yes. I remember. I was gonna go to Euphrates, but then I kinda got denied. Alright. And there we go. Okay. So... well, actually, hang on. First, let's see if I can get a better scanning system. High Factorum? Select tradable. Wow. Only 600. Oh boy. What does short burning mean? Okay, apparently it's not going to tell me. So, yeah, the next chance I have is the Ultimo array, which means... Alright, let's try it now, because I've got a reasonably good array, I think. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I really do have to get the legendary shit. Well, now it's time to move on to the next stage of the DLC content. The Astropathic Chapel, that's where I need to go.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Quartermaster Wise turns to you long before you reach him. A chill runs down your spine as if someone were watching you from inside your own being. You summon your will and drive out the unpleasant sensation. The Quartermaster smiles sadly. You shroud your mind well, your lordship, and yet I can guess why you have come. With all due respect, I am asking you to reconsider. So you would rather not take part in the search for mutineers? It is my wish to be useful, your lordship, but what you have come for will put the ship in peril. A ritual of this kind can, and certainly will, go the worst way possible. Your predecessor came to me with the same orders once. Nothing good came of it. Please, believe me, Lord Captain, when I say a mountain of corpses was the least of the problems we faced at that time. So you say you performed the ritual before with Theodora. Many years ago, it was at a time when Lady Theodora had become anxious. Perhaps the Lord Inquisitor's interests in her affairs adversely affected her, shall we say, trust in her own subjects. She was expecting a betrayal, and eventually her paranoia brought her to me. I performed the ritual, but the choir ceased to exist. The Asirani spent decades tempering their spirits before touching the veil. You lack the gift of time, yet you seek to harness powers that are only too pleased with your ignorance. I mean, this is true. They are immortal. What is the nature of the ritual? It takes the entire choir's power to invade such a prodigious number of minds at once. I weave their voices into a chord and steer it into the murky sea of other people's souls. Together we read tens of thousands of thoughts, emotions, and intents, looking for the thing we are after, the seed of corruption you are interested in. Why are you so worried about the ritual? Lord Captain, do you know the proverb about staring too long into the... Oh, yeah. What you are asking for is tantamount to plunging the entire choir into that abyss. A ritual like that will require incredible focus from each of its participants. It will take a single careless thought, a single glance in the wrong direction, for the way back to be lost. Human minds fusing into one another, vitrified organs inside still living bodies, perverse fantasies manifesting in the flesh. Nothing will stop the horrors of the warp from spreading all over the ship in the blink of an eye. And even if I agreed, it would be impossible. I would need a second powerful telepath as a defender to shield my mind. The last time, my best apprentice, Adeline, did that, but she is no longer with us. She was exceptionally talented, rivaling even myself. Now I know of only one Psyker in the entire expanse who is her equal, but he is bound to the service of one of House Winterscale's planetary governors, and thus unavailable to us, which makes your dangerous enterprise an impossibility. How bad was it? Worse than you can imagine, your lordship. It took only a fraction of a second, lingering inside another mind, for one of the astropaths to lose control of their own. The affliction spread down the chain like fire. No one was spared. The minds of my charges could not withstand the tension. Their consciousnesses were caught in a vortex of alien thoughts. The fortunate ones died at once. As for the rest... Oh, dear. Argenta makes the sign of the Aquila. Protect the souls of the stricken and take them under your wing, that your faithful servants may find peace. How did you survive? I managed to send out a call for help and did my best to contain the phantoms on my own before Lady Theodora arrived. I was the only survivor out of the entire choir. Her ladyship allowed me to spend a month in a secluded cell, upon whose floor and walls I drew the most powerful protective hexagrams I knew. I was crushed, I was broken, and, worst of all, I was afraid of meeting the same fate as Adeline, my other apprentices. An astropath must never be afraid, your lordship. One who yields to fear dies and dooms those around him. I see. That is the hard truth, your lordship. It must not be done. I must take my leave. Really? That's it. Okay. We can find a Psyker who will help you perform the ritual. Well, I got no other choice. And who is it? You mentioned knowing a powerful Psyker employed by the Winterscales. Who is he? Master Hermione, a seasoned telepath. But his lord would never part with such an incredibly valuable specialist. A sizable amount of money will be necessary to organize Master Hieromon's escape. What is my profit factor? I mean, okay. I'm not going to sacrifice Ein... Well, I could sacrifice Einrix. You know what? Let's do it. As you please, Master Hieromon will welcome the news of his forthcoming release. His present lord is quite unpleasant. I will report back once Master Hieromon has been brought on board. Hermione. Hermione! Okay, well, I just have to wait. I'm not sacrificing Idiria. Also, that would be a damn terrifying risk. English. Okay, so let's arrange some more goodies. Because the Kazbalaka mission, I think. I'm only up to number 3 on them. And I do have to pick... Oh, no, I sold all my Drukari shit. You know what? Oh, so I was at 50. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Heretic trophies, yes please. Jewelry, yes please. Actually, I'll keep 1 stack of jewelry. Mechanicus creations, yes please. Actually, no, hang on. I gotta save those for the Explorer fleet. Good, I'm up to number 4. Okay. So now I should be able to get the Drukari... Oh, but it's 60. Well, at least I'm a little bit higher. A Storm Bolter. Anyway. Any good Drukari stuff earlier on that I could... No? Drat. Well, hopefully we'll just come across it naturally. Don't you dare. Give me my shotty back. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, please. Yeah, I'll give her the gear that I was supposed to get, because it looks like it would be a hell of a holy crap. This woman has an app. Where the hell is all her arm? Oh, perfect anatomy. Okay. This woman is terrifying. Well, I guess we must just do warp. Actually, hang on. The Druizians. Okay, so it looks rusty chainsaw. What? Holy gifts. Well... I need to hold on to those. Jewelry I need to hold on to. Armor kit? I can give up some armor kit, yeah. I got a shitload of melee weaponry, why not? I'll give up some of that. Tons of provisions. I apparently have people. Okay. I'll grab the spinner's breastplate. Enunciation. You can do it. And I shall give it to her. Yep. Oh. Oh, that be looking sexy. I'm joking, I have no clue how that looks. Anyway, moving on. I'll do my wheeling and dealing off screen and build up my reputation. I hope. Well, I have no place to go. I'm glad I kept that. Oh, okay. And has arrived. He's almost completed the ritual of harmonization with the rest of the choir, which is, okay. We have made our preparations and okay. A space combat awaits me in the system. Why didn't you say so sooner? We'll do the space combat, and then we'll go do the what? I was promised combat. Oh well. It lies. Oh, time to unleash the horrors of hell on the ship. To the choir boys we go!
None shall stand in my way.
Ah, there he is. Oh, he's crouched down. That's why I couldn't see him. Okay. Astropath. Okay. Have we told him what we're about to do? No, well, who cares? Lord Captain, do you still wish to perform the ritual? Has a selected candidate arrived yet? Master Hermione, assigned to the chapel upon your orders for the purpose of performing the ritual, has almost finished his preparation, Lord Captain. Greetings, Seth von Valentius. I will be honored to serve my savior. Middle-aged Psyker bows to you passionately. His plump face carries many markings of indulging in a manner of vice. Let us begin. Well, you made this choice, Lord Captain. I know. I'm ready to ride the butt-fuck barrage. For as long as I live, the barrier will hold. That seems like it means I need to protect his ass. The temperature inside the chapel is dropping. Every breath turns into a cloud of vapor. The astropath's resonant voices blend together, following the pattern of the melody playing in the hall. Every now and then, muffled moans are heard coming from the thrones of the junior astropaths. Your Lordship, I sense strangeness. Non-minds. They do not seem human-like. How strange. They are akin to insects, parasites. I cannot read them. And that is wrong. Look. A dark veil clouds your vision, only to be succeeded by a blinding light a moment later. Willpower, the great whiteness is the ship with a multitude of minds, which you are one. A shadow of utter nothing. Oh. Oh no. You hear the choir master's voice coming from a distance, but cannot make out a single word. Your gaze slides along the iridescent thread that has crossed the nothingness. Something shining is towering behind it. A golden giant frozen in place like a statue. A sudden jolt of fear distracts you from that image. Your thoughts turn back towards the nothingness and its kaleidoscope of absence, no color, no emotion, no thought. In its furthest depths, there is something crawling. Avoid peering. Your resolve is firm and your mind and soul unflinching. The nothingness has no power over you. Your eyes follow the thread towards the golden giant. It is not until you get close that you realize that the radiant image is a lie. The gilt flakes away and the stately body is twisted into a shape as its limbs grow extra joints, mutilating the marvelous figure. A beastly fanged face with... Oh, son of a bitch! I have gene stealers on board. Ugh. I have fucking gene stealers on board. Either that or I have Tyranids. I cannot see them. I cannot read their minds. I cannot see into their lair. I see only images, fragments, fragmented and sinister. Forgive me, Lord Captain, but we took this risk in vain. What are we dealing with? Some kind of defensive measure? Sorcery? Not sorcery, something else. I've never encountered minds like this before. Something about them is wrong. Finish the ritual. Yes, Captain, I will now. The nothingness cackles and croaks. I see you. It assumes a visage, a vague shape, a man shriveled by age and infirmity, his eyes alight with alien purple flame. You have been looking for me. You sense the attention of something else, something beyond this entity, the ruinous powers. The ritual has made your soul, marked as it is by the curse of the warp, more vulnerable than ever before. You feel the demons clawing at the thin veil, hungering to reach you. Uh-oh. What manner of abomination? I cannot sense you. You are not of the warp. What is your twisted nature? I cannot sense you either, but I know you. I heard you were going to seek me out. My ears are everywhere. I was ready. The age-worn voice is like a deep wail, echoed by a throng of smaller voices. Civilizations and star clusters lie buried at the bottom. Oh, maybe I was wrong. The being's pale eyes, which are aflame with hunger. Your mind feels cramped inside your skull. Stop the ritual now. I'm trying. It can influence me. You are my prey!
I'll see you. Brace yourself.
Okay. Mad chap. Oh, okay, well. Bugger. Cassia, you go here. Irlit, you go here. You go up front because you need to be front and center. Argenta, you go up front. You need to be front and center. And Seth. Okay, I don't know why my soul is bared, but that sucks! Pascal? You do Pascal things.
Do not dare ask. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Emperor, protect me.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
I can't stand it.
I can handle this. An offering of blood. This tedium is beneath me. Stop trying, monkey.
Oh, my bad.
If it serves your cause, I will not. I understand your intent. Fortune favors the swift.
This way.
I will endure.
Oh, thank goody.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it.
Stand a chance.
As the Emperor commands, I see why I was chosen. This is unacceptable.
Look out!
Pain cleanses the body.
I shall not fear. Already done. All too easy. Nothing of value has been lost.
Let not the righteous fear. May their blades be sharp.
Damn!
If I may. Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I will not. Doubt is for the weak. Faith without
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I approach the designated position.
Come on, baby.
You cannot force me, Elantak. I am not your Xenos pet monkey. This tedium is beneath me. if it serves your cause.
Curse you, miscreant! You don't stand a chance!
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, eradicated. Doubt is for the weak.
Well done, Argenta.
Suits my purposes. Not a problem for me. I'll bring glory to my bloodline. Suits my purposes. Nothing of value has been lost.
Okay, come on, get a move on.
All two, opposing me was your biggest mistake. Let's see how they respond to this.
Trust me. As honor ordains.
Nothing of value has been lost.
No! Well,
Death comes in silence. Trust me. I will not die in dishonor. The shadows will see it done. As the tenants demand.
Faithful will ascend.
Suffering is part of the trial.
A dance of blades and shadows.
okay.
As honor ordains.
Explorers know one route forward.
Good dodge. I'm not gonna...
Quick! Quick! You didn't stand a chance!
Alright. Alright, continuous spawning. I'm not the biggest fan of this, but,
Emperor, give me strength. I am a navigator, not a servitor. If I may,
We bring deliverance.
I hear you moving. No more.
kill him.
No weakness is hidden from my sight.
Demon!
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. If it
Slanesh.
serves your cause.
To the brink of agony. Minds exist only to be broken.
Hurry. Kill it.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
And shoot her again.
If our ancestors guide me.
I am unsatisfied.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Take advantage of it.
Move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Agony.
I'll do it.
Not yet. Not by your hand.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Emperor, protect me.
Seth! Charge.
Nothing I can't do. Opposing me was your biggest mistake. Forge ahead.
Just park there, Seth. Just make sure nobody does anything stupid. Oh joy, this is gonna be fun.
I shall not fail.
My soul sings in ecstasy.
Death is a blessing.
Okay! You saved all the astropath during... I didn't know that was a thing. I was... The choir master awakens with a sharp breath. Lord Captain, we are all still alive? The God Emperor has protected us this time, but... Curses, did I not warn you? The old man shakes his head dolefully. His pale fingers are clutching the aquila adorning his belt. A moment of silence, and the words of prayer stream from his lips in a monotone like a quiet lament. A dirge for the departed. A bitter confession. When he continues speaking, his voice is full of strength. Yet we escaped disaster. The warp did not take our souls, and there are far fewer casualties. There was nobody! I was fucking on. Well, I did have to kill a few maddened astropaths, or astropathic guards, but hey! The common peasants can be replaced. Like that. Master Ermion's assistance was instrumental, your lordship. He was able not only to protect my mortal body, but also skillfully blend the timbre of his psionic sounds into the harmony of the chorale. I regret that he was not at my side at last rite. Was that old man a mutant, one of those we were looking for? Even if not, there was nothing more chilling we could have possibly found. An inhuman thing in human form. Yep, that would be a... yeah, I'm pretty sure we've got gene stealers on board. A true sacrilege against the Emperor. Its mind is strange, like an insect or a parasite's, but I saw images in the minds of those around it. Current of energy, a blue glow, the clanging of metal. Could be the plasma drive chambers? That is where I would start searching for signs of corruption. And a worm tormenting a star. Wise touches his cheek, which is smeared with blood that is trickling from under his blindfold. He uses the blood to sketch a perfunctory image. A many-beamed star with a fat, fanged creature coiled in front of it, resembling either a larva or a... Yeah. We've got fucking gene stealers on board. Are you familiar with that symbol? No, it could be the emblem of some cult on this ship, but I seldom leave the chapel. I've never come across it before. I will go to the plasma driver's chambers myself, find the old man, and have a conversation with him. We sacrificed some of the soundness of our minds to the Immaterium today. I hope it was not in vain and will help, your lordship. I cannot believe we survived this. Wise slowly unclenches his hands, and a cloud of frost rises from it, revealing Isakilla, now bound in purple psychic ice. He whispers, the Immaterium has touched it, the holy symbol of the protector of mankind. He pauses and adds in a gloomy voice, I do not know if this is a symbol of our victory or over the horrors of the war, a trophy claimed in battle, or a grim portent left by the wicked spawn of the Sea of Souls. A symbol of faith shining through the breath of the Immaterium is a good omen. I shall wear it. Nothing can shake your lordship's spirit. May the Aquila bring you good fortune. I will have a new one delivered to me immediately. He looks at the Aquila with sorrow. If only everything the Immaterium takes from us was so easy to replace. New people! Yay! Considering all the people I slaughter, replacing one is always a good thing. And we leveled up. Oh wait, don't I have the...
We shall prevail.
Oh, apparently the warp is, the warp is no longer... Okay, well, time to level up yet again. Alright, what is dependable? The Arch Militant gains +5 plus a number of versatility bonus to armor. Okay. Cool. Strategist Cassia. Open to the warp. Okay. And it will not die. Alright. Yay, Pascal. Overcharge protocols, okay. Oh, Pascal is gonna always be shooting. The next one is dual weapon combat. Well, okay. And Princess Pointy Ears, what are you going to get? So the last thing you got was Killing Edge, I believe. Yeah, so now, according to the guide, you're supposed to get Ballistic Skill. Okay. And Perfect Opening. Excellent.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
To another compartment. Let us go to the plasma drive chambers. Actually, one second. I'll be right back. Just gonna go grab my tea. Gotta love the smell of that stuff. But just sit there and do I want a little honey? No, I've had too many snacks today. Now just have my tea nice and black. As God intended. There we go. Nice and cool in here. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, but yeah. Oh, okay. The light from the Infernus Master's low stick reveals his surprised but amiable expression. Heinrich's lip is split and a fresh bruise is blossoming on his cheekbone. Lord Captain, didn't expect to see you in this compartment. You on a stroll, taken in the sights of your domain? The blue glow of plasma is especially striking at this time of the watch. I like this guy. Kinda sucks that he might be a gene stealer. You're the most mawkish Infernus I've ever met, Master Montag. A burly man in coveralls furrows his bushy eyebrows. His sparse hair stands on end. Your Lordship, welcome. I'm Shift Foreman Nije, in charge of this section. If you need anything, I'm here to help. Nije, have you ever seen a symbol that looks like a serpent in front of a star? You know, I want to know more about... Tell me about this elf. No, I want to know more about this bay first. Let's ease into it. Let's not give away the secret right now. I mean, if it is Gene Stealers, like I think, they already know I'm coming. We are proud of our chambers. Power feeds the ship main engine here. From here. There are other drives in the ship, but ours is the mightiest. That is to say, we do important work. Working with plasma is dangerous, but we have a good crew and not too many incidents. The esteemed tech priests are satisfied with us. The machine spirits are all working as they should. The Inferni don't complain about us either. We fix cracks in the reactor vessel on time, and we fix leaks. Ah, Infernus Master, what exactly are you doing here? I'm carrying out routine drive inspection. The regulations require scheduled checks to make sure that the insulation isn't weakened. The sensors haven't been tampered with, and the reactor isn't about to blow anytime soon. Just business as usual. Yeah. It's strange that the senior officer is conducting the inspection alone. According to the regulations, there should be an entire squad of Inferni, and the personal presence of the Infernus Master is necessarily only in emergencies. Heinrich, why are you really here? Found me out, have you? Heinrich gives you a wink and pulls on his low stick. I'm not really here about the reactor. I heard a rumor that you'd gone to investigate the plasma drive chambers, so I thought I'd make sure everything went smoothly. Your lordship is accustomed to associating with people of your rank, or officers at the very least, but here, this place is home to voidfarers of simpler manners, those whose clan customs may be unfamiliar to you. The voidfarer of simpler manners furrows his brow. Our customs are decent ones, Master Montag. I'd rather boil myself in plasma than let anything happen to the Lord Captain. No offense, Nije, but if you can find even 3 people in this bay who can give a report without turning the air blue, I'd gladly admit I was wrong. Swear a blue streak. Heinrich grins at the now silent Nije. You're a good bunch. I'd hate to see you insult his lordship with some foolishness and not even realize it. Thank you, Heinrich. Just keeping an eye out, your lordship. Feel free to ask old Nije any questions you have. He knows the plasma drive chamber like the back of his hand. That's right, your lordship. If something isn't to your liking, or if you find anything suspicious, come to me at once. Alright. Nije, have you ever seen a symbol that looks like a serpent in front of a star? Somebody keeps daubing it on the equipment and bulkheads. If I find the scoundrels, I'll tear their hands off and send them for servitorization. The ship foreman frowns. Is it some kind of sedition? I didn't know. If you see one of these, let me know. We'll try and find these artists. Heinrich rolls his low stick back and forth, thinking. I've also seen it on some bulkheads, crates, doors. I assumed it was just the mark of some small clan. Many voidsmen mark their workplaces with family symbols. I must take my leave. Oh! Oh, crap. Well, it's a good thing we were only in a cutscene. And it's a good thing I was just reading, so, yeah. Am I still muted? No, I'm not. I'm reading. Oh god, please, don't do it. Goods. Oh, yes, please. I will steal from my own crew if that's what it takes. Examine the symbol.
It's about time.
They are praying to the blessed seam of rivets, I guess. Rivets. Reactor attendant overseer. But now they send me cretins.
See, right there.
Hello? Received. Need more. Well, before I go spilling the beans...
Victory awaits.
O Messiah, grant me the wisdom to perceive.
Staying Protectory Delta is unacceptable for the 10th time you sent us faulty servitors.
A new challenge for me?
Call the cargo lift. Are there other servitors?
Follow my lead.
Hey! Backpack with armor-piercing ammo. Cool.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Yes. Shift foreman! Shift foreman? There's an old cache hidden under one of the serpent symbols. I think you found someone's secret stash. What was it? A moldy Nutribar? Lo, a few thrones? Workers often hide their belongings or banned items from the enforcers or covetous neighbors. Maybe someone marked their cache with a symbol. Well, that's just what we need. More secret stashes. I hope there was nothing forbidden in it. Forgive me, your lordship, but the Voidsmen are simple folk. I've been trying to wean them off their grubby habits for years. Give them anything worth having, and all they want to do is hide it in a hole like a rat. Show the note. I found this in one of the caches. What's that? Nietzsche's thick eyebrows knit together angrily, and you almost think you see a power charge jolt across them. We've got smugglers on the loose. Who else would be hiding these strange messages? I'll have them all drawn and quartered on the turbine. Ow. I will. Now I'd like to find out where they're smuggling. Mind if I take a look? Heinrich takes the note, careful not to let any ash fall on it. Need more. More what? Whoever wrote it, they didn't want anyone who wasn't in the know to understand. Using caches to exchange messages is a good way to keep things hidden from the enforcers. It's how some workers procure intoxicants and other items they're not supposed to have. There has to be another cache somewhere nearby. You never use the same one for both transfers, and the correspondence too risky. He gives a look and shrugs. What? I've never engaged in such business. I swear, I've just heard how it's done. Okay.
None shall stand in my way.
People are gonna get dizzy.
Watch out.
Oh, what? See it, I see it, I see it, I see the goods, I see the goods. Improvised Weber. Okay. Strange weapon was hidden in the cache. A shift foreman should take a look at it. Okay. I found this in a cache marked with a serpent. Machine spark, shake me, a homemade weapon, and assembled right in this compartment. The markings are the same as those on the local machine parts. This is a very serious matter. It seems someone is plotting a riot and secretly building their own arsenal from scavenged materials right under our noses. Interesting. Nietzsche is right. This could get a whole bay executed. No wonder these scoundrels are so cautious. We need to find and capture whoever set up these caches and hid the weapons. The shift foreman shrugs sheepishly. To tell you the truth, I'm no good at hunting rule breakers. It's not what I do. You give the orders and we'll do it. We'll set up an ambush near the cache. Sooner or later, someone will come to check on him. The shift foreman's thick fingers drum thoughtfully on his tool belt. If these guys are smart, they'll spot the enforcers near the cache site, and your lordship will be spotted even quicker. Then we'll use the Inferni. They often carry out inspections here. No one will suspect them. We'll help. I have a couple people in mind, tough lads. I'll get them here right away. I'm good. Shall we have your people lie in wait? I wish I knew who to trust. Our villain could be anyone from the Bay crew. If we pick the wrong person, we'll blow... Okay, I'm ready. Let's catch the vermin. Consider the dirtbag caught, Seth. Seth? Not Lord Captain Heinrich? Naughty, naughty. Grab 'em, boys! The man kneeling before you has an ungainly build, a stubborn jaw, and a heavy gaze. He looks no different from any worker in this compartment, except for the tattoo on his forearm. Its design resembling a worm devouring a star. One of the Infernus workers is holding the Weber taken from the prisoner, exactly like the one that was in the cache. The Master-at-Arms regards the Infernus sternly. The weapon, hand it over. What you saw, keep it to yourself. He forces the words out through clenched teeth. Your cooperation with the Enforcers will be noted. Study the prisoner. The pigment of the tattoo looks fresh, standing out starkly against the color of his skin, which means it's a very recent addition. You look closely and you notice a pair of scars at the base of his neck, suspiciously reminiscent of an almost healed bite. Who is this man? Shoal... God damn it, Games Workshop! Shulf Galai, servant of the Lathe Beta 2 Diligence. Low-ranking worker, easily replaceable. No apparent signs of mutation. Good work, Heinrich. Were any of your people harmed? Thank you, your lordship. Not a scratch on us. He's a piece of work, right enough, but he's no fuel compartment fire. More like a sparking cogitator. Sauerbeck glares at him with visible jealousy, but Heinrich just keeps grinning smugly. I wanted to catch him! I wanted to catch him! I don't know how to take Sauerbeck, man. Like, sometimes she seems hyper-competent, and other times she seems like a jealous fucking bitch. Address the prisoner. Well, do you feel like talking yet? I got nothing to say to you, heretic. Excuse me? That's Lord Captain, heretic. Choking with rage, Sauerbeck grabs the maul from her belt. She rasps, "Allow me, Lord Captain, please." Or me. Heinrich's menacing scowl has instantly robbed the most friendly charm. I'd be happy to oblige. Well, Heinrich, Jocasta, he's all yours. Sauerbeck gives the prisoner a gentle smile. Do you hear that? You're mine. Oh! She was beating him for an hour straight. Woman, I admire your stamina. That's one hell of an arm you got on you. Before the Master-at-Arms lies a groaning heap that was once a man. It shudders and lets out a gurgling sob. Stop. I'll talk. Prisoner is ready to cooperate, your lordship. Whom do you serve? The cult of the Ravenous Star, the true believers, the righteous, the purest congregation, they who hear the songs of his angel. How did the conspirators recruit you? I believed. I found him. I bowed to him. His angel's kin granted me a revelation. It entered my flesh. It let me join the congregation. Yeah, that sounds like the kiss of a gene stealer. This angel, is that the old sorcerer who appeared before me and promised my demise? Did he brainwash you all, or is someone else leading you? Old sorcerer? No, the angel is not of woeful human form. He is splendor. His vision is a divine inspiration of the many-armed emperor. Gene stealers. Yeah, it's gene stealers. Yeah. Many-armed emperor. Yep, no, gene stealers. Fucking hell. I got an insect hunt. You, faithless one, were granted the honor of gazing upon the Magos, our good shepherd, our messenger. The captive lets out a deranged chuckle. If you behold the angel, you would scratch your own brain out through your eye sockets, for you would realize the depth of your wickedness before him. Many armed, a deep furrow appears in Sauerbeck's brow. Blast it! Lord Captain, we're dealing with an extremely dangerous Xenos cult that excels at hiding among humans. What do you know about our emperor, or our enemy? Very little. As per regulation, every Master-at-Arms passes on special instructions to the successor. Instructions that more resemble disturbing tales. Some of them mention genetic cults, covert clans, cliques, and sects, yet all share one common trait, the Xenos infestation. These things pass themselves off as ordinary people, as rabble or preachers, corrupting new groups. They pray to their unholy idol, which they often refer to as the many-armed emperor. They create ever-growing families and produce offspring, hideous at first, but with each new generation, more and more human appearance, and then they rise up. Why the many-armed emperor? Their arms, Lord Captain. The Xenos have more arms than normal. They twist and pervert our faith, probably for the sole reason that it gives them blasphemous pleasure. Why do they choose to act among the rabble specifically? The lower decks have plenty of dark corners for the Xenos to lie in wait. Commoners are too dull-witted and spineless to identify this threat before it's too late. And at the same time, they are dull-witted and spineless enough to serve as cannon fodder to be thrown at the cult's enemies when the uprising begins. What is their objective? Power. Bloody sacrifices to their god? Their goal is always mutiny. They can prepare for many generations, accumulating weapons and numbers until one day they attack. That day is their day of revelation, the apotheosis of their profane faith. They think that on that day their blasphemous star children will descend from the void and elevate their worshippers. Yep, cheese dealers. I wish to know everything about your vile cult. We believe in the many-armed emperor, he who waits for his children cast out into the unknowable abyss. He is kind, merciful, he uproots tyrannies of evil, and then, and then dissolves them into the biomass pits, but, you don't know that yet. He sends his angel to the righteous, and angel's kin follow. The man lowers his gaze with an expression of surprise. It seems he has described his paltry religion in its entirety. This is a pawn, a mindless tool. He was brainwashed and forced into submission. He's not even a distributor of the ideology. He was merely fed the rudimentals, and, without trusting him with anything important, they sent him out to serve and die. What are you plotting? A mutiny? Death! Yours. Even broken, he musters a spiteful sneer. Fake captain, the faithful are already aiming for your heart. I was ordered to stockpile weapons so that when the fateful hour comes, the righteous would not stand unarmed. I wouldn't say these improvised Webers are that much better than fighting with bare hands, but until we are done with the cleanup, every enforcer will carry a combat knife fit for cutting through nets. Where are you hiding? Where are your leaders? In a sanctuary, a tomb for heretics. A quiet place. The dynastic crypt? The vermin have infiltrated the crypt holding the bodies of the worthiest servants of the dynasty? No one is allowed inside save for the Lord Captain's personal retinue, and they dared. But how? The crypt's defenses are impenetrable. Well, time to go to the Von Valencius Dynasty Crypt. Indeed, 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 indeed. That was good tea. Yes, your lordship, we must attack now, while we still have the element of surprise. I will lead the strike force, but I will require your presence and Confessor Adalbert's help. Fierce machine spirits guard the dead. They won't let an armed troop pass without direct command from the rogue trader and the ring of the ship's confessor. I will meet you at the doors. And this vile scum, with your permission, I'll throw him out of the airlock. Yeah. Out of the fucking airlock he goes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, give me 1 second. I just heard my laundry machine go ding-a-ling-a-ling. I'll be right back. Excellent. Alright, let's do this. How do I get out of here? I think it's over here. To the crypts! Adalbert, the ship's confessor, solemnly raises his hands above the altar and speaks mournfully. Heed me, O guardian spirits. We have come to punish a great desecration. Heresy has made its lair in the dynastic crypt and disturbed the peace of our honored dead. I beg you to perform the ritual of unsealing and allow passage. A hand-shaped panel opens in the altar of unsealing. The panel is lined with sharp spikes. Lord Captain, we now require your blood. The crypt will not open without the rogue trader's genetic signature. Master-at-Arms, are your people ready? Ready as never before, your lordship. They are incensed by this profane intrusion and eager to exterminate the menace before the eyes of our departed ancestors. My enforcers will secure the side sections of the crypt to prevent any flanking attacks. Confessor Adalbert, I ask for your blessing before a righteous battle. May the Emperor protect his children who carry the faith forth his cleansing flame. May the Emperor protect his children who carry forth his cleansing flame. Hear the roar of the chainsword and the bellow of auto guns, for they are his voice. Oft do I preach clemency to our noble officers, but this I say to you now, lay aside pity, and show no mercy. Show no mercy! Argenta's face brightens in anticipation of battle, and her eagerness spreads to the enforcers. The panel's mechanical teeth sting your flesh, and you feel your blood trickling down the small ducts in the altar's bowels. You hear a click, and the crypt doors open with a piercing creak. Beyond them you see nothing but darkness. Sacrilege! The hallowed crypt must remain illuminated at all times to drive away the shadows from the place of the ancestors' final repose. This was done on purpose, I'm sure of it. Our coming is expected. Vanguard, provide the Lord Captain with illuminators. Illuminate her servo skull. She gives you a surprisingly easy smile and bow. Take care, your lordship, and watch out for dark corners. Move out, or House von Valencius.
For the Emperor! I'll show you how it's done. Moving out.
Go, go, go! It is that. That's it.
Your lordship, wait, there's been... Heinrich bursts into the anti-accompaniment and stops when he sees the doors open and loom beyond. Damn it, I'm late! I meant to report an active sabotage. They've cut off the Prometheum supplies to the crypt's lighting. You're walking into an ambush. Either through darkness or well-lit halls, we are going in. I fear we might be underestimating the enemy. The enforcers have already done it once. I, the Infernus Guild, would join you in this fight, if you would have us. To get inside, the aberrations would have had to make a passage for themselves somewhere on the crypt's perimeter. No one knows the maintenance tunnels better than us. We could find this breach and attack the enemy from the rear. I doubt a few workers armed with axes and torches will make much of a difference, but we would be honored to die in your name. Then arm yourselves properly! Depends on who's wielding it. The Infernus Guild is banned from taking up arms. Our clan is branded because our ancestors were rebels. The station where we originally hail from once rose against Lady Theodora's predecessor. The traitors were killed, and the rest of the station was stranded inside the void, or was left stranded in the void to die, without air or water. Out of those who repented, the rogue trader selected 1,000 who were allowed on board. Those spared people became the Infernus Guild. Repairmen, firefighters, those who bear the brunt of any disaster are the first to die. That was our penance. It's been centuries, but still, we die Not just because our duty demands it, because we atone for what our ancestors did. The enforcers keep reminding us about it, and if they see an armed Infernus, they'll execute them on the spot. Such is the Lord's Captain's will. Yeah. I'm not going to send good people to die for nothing. I hereby remove the brand of shame from the Infernus Guild and permit them to carry weapons, fight, and die for this ship. I never would have dared to ask your lordship. We will live up to your expectations, I swear it. Those who die today will die smiling, for today is a great day for our people. The Infernus Master and his people leave the hall. The doors of the crypt are open. It's time to step into the darkness. These people came here willingly. They came here willingly. I'm going to reward them for that.
Time.
Also, I like my Infernus Master. I want to keep him around. He's funny. Oh, that's cool.
A new challenge for me.
Needle pistol shells are scattered across the floor. They do not belong in this realm of tranquil and glory. Okay, open. Goods. I'm robbing the dead here. Master Duelist gloves. Okay.
Victory awaits!
I'm gonna have to fight these servitors, aren't I? Remember those... Remember the deeds of the hero who died to protect the Lord Captain. Okay. Here lies Alaric Wolfgang of Gester, first seneschal to have come on board this... Okay. So pretty soon Abelard will be buried in here.
I'll lay claim to the stars. Something of interest.
What? Oh, I see it. Oh, okay.
Halt. I noticed something. I won't tolerate weakness.
Oh! Shatty fatties. Somebody up and fucking died. Apparently a passage opened up, so I have to find them.
It's about time. None shall stand in my way.
Goods. Okay. Old key. Breacher's armor. Interesting. Above the 100 different names is engraved an inscription. To all who have made the highest sacrifice for, and I will remember you. Oh, okay.
A new challenge for me?
Here lies Arch-Militant Mort, keeps his eternal vigil, protecting... Okay. Oh wait, wasn't that the Arch-Militants who worked for Theodora? Protecting in death the one he could not protect in life. Okay.
Victory awaits! I'll lay claim to the stars.
Wait, something about a cable. The gate does not yield. The Illuminator skull beam reveals the lifeless cable of the Anti-Cogitator snaking into the dark. Okay, so I've got to follow a cable.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Oh, there it is.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Thank you, Pascal. Most appreciated. Crypt main hall.
I'll wipe you from the face of the galaxy.
Repent or perish!
I'm going like this.
Me, if you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
The true believers will inherit all.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Witness the fury of House Orcelio.
Nice, nice, nice.
Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
Oh, damn it, I screwed up. Oh well, that's fine.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Just designate a target.
Will do.
If it serves your cause. I am not your secret. I understand your intent. I deal death with my hands.
Let's get some lethality going on this boy here.
tedium is beneath. Fortune favors the swift.
Oh!
High momentum.
I am his will made manifest. Doubt is for the weak. Faith without deeds is worth. This is why none can escape the Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. This is why I was chosen!
There is only... Let your soul be purged. I will leave footprints of scarlet. I cannot serve you in this way. As honor or killing brings me no pleasure.
Not a problem for me. I don't have time for this.
The angel will reward us.
As the tactical imperative dictates. My vow is to serve. Running binaric override. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Nice, 78 damage.
We bring deliverance.
Nice dodge there, guys. Very well done.
Only the faithful will ascend.
High momentum.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. Each strike is a prayer.
Activate calculated fury algorithm. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Guided by faith! Faith without deeds is worthless. This is why I was chosen! For you, my Emperor! I'll do it.
Give me a quick reload.
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, this is why I was chosen! I'll do it. I refuse.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Faith without deeds is worth. This is why I was chosen. I'll do it.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
We bring deliverance.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. If I must. I understand your no weakness is hidden from my sight. I am not your ancestors, guide me! If it serves your cause. Oh, you moving? No more. Another soul slips beyond
Oh yeah,
the
baby.
veil.
Make it hurt bad.
Doubt is for the weak. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. For you, my champion, strike is a prayer. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Nothing of value has been lost.
And retribution.
Oh, please.
The shadows will see it done. Let the blood of the wicked be shed as thou hast willed.
Oh.
As the tenets demand.
The true believers will inherit all.
You will pay an even greater price.
Suits my purposes. Already done. Another clean strike.
Request approved.
Nicely done, Infernus workers. Now it's my job to keep you safe.
I must not falter.
Oh!
Will take my place.
Follow my lead.
Weather the storm.
Kill him. Kill him!
Onward!
If I may.
Faith without deeds. This is why I was chosen.
Oh!
Stop trying, monkey, if it serves your cause. Ancestors, guide me. No weakness is hidden from my sight.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. Eradicated.
Advancing.
Rejoice in battle!
Eh?
As the Emperor commands. Faith without deeds is worthless. This is why I was chosen. This is unacceptable.
I shall not fail. As honor ordains. Caught by the web. Trust me. Death is a blessing.
That was pretty funny.
I am fear incarnate.
All too easy.
Watch and learn.
Suits my purposes. Not a problem.
There's nowhere to hide.
Suits my purposes.
Watch and
Just
learn.
keep spanking him. Just keep spanking him. It's really all I can think of. Hit him harder.
My vow is to serve. Running binaric override.
Well, thank you, Pascal.
The Sire's song. The charge.
The old man before you resembles a human being, but is scaled and bony growths going... But the scaled, bony growths going from the bridge of his nose to the top of his bloated, hairless head, the grotesque cheekbones, and the black claws on his meaty fingers leave no doubt that this creature is a genetic aberration. He utters in a creaking voice, black spittle spraying forth from his mouth. You have spilt the blood of the congregation. You have offended the purest of his chosen children. You heretic! The creature's last word elicited a nervous laugh from the nearby enforcers. The irony of this embodied perversion of the human form, accusing you of heresy, is not lost on them. The confessor whispers a quiet prayer. The master-at-arms is watching the old man's every move, her lips twisting in contempt. Yeah, Heinrich, I see you found the hole through which the mutant scum wormed their way inside. We have. The discovery cost the guild 68 souls. It was crowded in those tunnels. They set monsters on us, but few things can scare someone who has seen fire in the arsenal. Sauerbeck casts a hostile look at the auto pistol in Heinrich's belt, but says nothing. Master-at-arms, report. Sauerbeck's gaze remains trained on the mutant. You notice deep wounds on her chest and shoulder, but she shows no signs of acknowledging their existence. Strike forces have cleared the side of the side sections of mutants. The freaks fought like madmen, but they could not match the skill of the Von Valencius enforcers. Once victory was secured, our pursuit units made sure that none would escape. Our flamer squads are in the process of purging the crypt, all degenerates confirmed dead. Jocasta Sauerbeck, I pardon the enforcers their negligence that led to the treason endangering the ship. You and your people have proven them yourselves. She bows her head respectfully, and her expression relaxes. She responds with a weak smile. Thank you for restoring our honor, Lord Captain. Adelbert, how much of the crypt has been desecrated? The accursed spawn have disrespected the spirits of the dead, but thankfully they did not have enough time to wreak as much destruction as they could have. Many tombs were disturbed, but what is most outrageous, Adelbert carefully presents you with a sapphire blue gemstone. They sought to despoil Lady Theodora's urn. After her ladyship's cremation, her ashes were made into a magnificent relic. An example of resilience and purity, one of the heretics dared to lay claim to it. Do all rogue traders have their remains turned into gemstones? No, not all. Tradition demands that the Lord Captain's body be burned so that no one could use samples of their tissue or blood to gain access to the ship's systems that require the rogue trader's genetic imprint. Lady Theodora herself once voiced her desire to be turned into a stone. Return the relic to Lady Theodora's urn. I will perform the ritual and pray in hopes in easing Lady Theodora's anger. The ashes of the other eminent dead whose rest was disturbed will be transferred to the Reliquary Chapel. Rites of redemption will be held day and night. Thousands of the crew will be allowed to kneel before the relics and pray for the Lord Captain's health and the dynasty's prosperity. Well, let's see what the ringleader has to say. You shall perish in the cold void. Your heart shall beat its last under the light of uncaring stars. Your lungs shall become trees of ice within your chest. You will never receive the grace of the many-armed emperor. The old man curses and calls curse after curse down upon you with spiteful satisfaction. Sauerbeck, make it hurt. I've been waiting for this, she says as she slowly gets herself off. The sound of your voice hangs in the air as the steel toe of Sauerbeck's mag boot pulverizes the man's knee and bone shards shred his decrepit flesh like shrapnel. The old man doubles over, but it's not pain or fear, but burning hatred that contorts his face. Go on, torture me, I'll endure it all. My time may be up, but you are all doomed. I will gladly spit the words of truth in your face, and they will burn you like acid. In death I will ascend to the hosts of pure voices, and I await the day when you will pay for the shed blood of his children. It was you I saw in the vision. Are you the leader of this spawn? I am the herder of the pure. The many-armed emperor has blessed my mind with the ability to behold him, and I guide his children until you came and slaughtered us, heretic. Their loathsome tribe has spawned a sorcerer. Sauerbeck grimaces in disgust, no doubt to help them brainwash more victims and swell the cult's ranks. What are you? Are you mutants or Xenos? His face becomes a gloating grimace. We are the pure. We are the congregation, children of the many-armed emperor. The genetic perfection of existence. You will never understand. You are of inferior flesh. Your genes are woven from feebleness and misery. We are the new curve of the spiral. Oh, that's a cute way of saying the DNA double helix. We are one, and thus we are strong. Who is the many-armed emperor? The true God who comes through the void to us. His devout children. The universe is an abyss of horrors, and only he can save us. But not you, vile heretics. You are all doomed. Why did you make your lair here in the crypt? None wander in here. We were free to offer our prayers without fear of discovery, and the sight of dead heretics was pleasing. Trampling your bones was a righteous act. That is why I ordered the pure to sunder the walls of your bone vault and make the place the sanctuary for the congregation. He sneers. Demolition test succeeded. You glance at the gaping hole in the adamantine bulkhead. It's almost unbelievable that mutants were able to make a hole like that. It would have required truly powerful industrial equipment, and not the kind that can easily be assembled or stolen. Or, you know, pure strains. Because pure strains apparently can rip through adamantine armor plate, you know. Regular chitin bone, you know, bone chitin can rip through. Yeah, I don't get it either. But hey. Woo! And wait. Now I see why so many inspectors in the adjacent compartments have had accidents. Are there more of you freaks on board? Where did you even come from? 40 years ago, the profane Theodora, the false sovereign, stopped at a trade outpost on Hyricos Rim to replenish her crew. The outpost has long served as a bastion of the pure. Oh shit. My brethren and I were chosen to embark on our ship and prepare it for the coming of the many-armed emperor. Oh shit, that means there's a hive ship on the way. Ah, fuck. We're going to have... Oh, yeah, they're trying to summon the hive fleet. Oh, shit. The uprising against your godless dominion has been many years in the making. Yep. You notice that the crypt looks surprisingly undefiled, even after all these years. The heretics could have turned it into an inconceivable nightmare, yet the signs of corruption are few and localized here. Hyricos Rim, that cesspool of abomination, must be burned. Who knows how many ships they've infected over the decades. I've had enough, and hang him. The man's face twists in rage, and his milky eyes bulge. He hisses, "The many-armed emperor cometh. The true God shall avenge us, and when he does, I will laugh." His string of doomsday is a sign from a kick from the Master-at-Arms. Okay. A bio dagger? Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. A blood burner. Confessor Adalbert. Okay. Goods. Physaline. Interesting.
It's about time.
The Rebel's sniper rifle, interesting. A shredder shotgun, well I have the same one. A Weber. I'm not that big on the idea. Hang on. Okay. To the bridge! To the bridge. To the bridge. Excellente. Let's chase these motherfuckers down. Let's see if anybody has anything to say. Argenta?
Greetings.
Never mind. Heinrich. Surely.
To what do I owe this visit?
Okay, you don't know diddly dick about them. Fine. Actually, hang on. All right, let's check the journal, the log, and let's see what's going on here. Oh, wrong one. Aberration's Lair. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have to go somewhere. Hey, I've been here before. Excellent. The lexomechanics assigned to the astropathic chapel are communications potential. This may be a consequence of the telepathic ritual in which your lordship deigned to participate. The enforcers report that the choir master asked for an audience with Lord Captain and since locked himself in the chapel, refusing to let anyone in. As brazen as the audience request may seem, I cannot shake the feeling that it is a cry for help. The Master-at-Arms reports a disturbance in the Foundry Bay. A certain Nemesite, an avenging figure beloved by the lower decks rabble, shot the commandant during routine medical supply delivery and called on the vessel's serfs to fight for a better life. The rabble immediately plundered the medical storehouse and proceeded to smash other supply stations, slaughtering officers as they went. Nemesite has escaped, and the situation on the deck is increasingly spinning out of control. The Master-at-Arms has permission to employ the harshest possible treatment, not simply to restore order, but if... Discover the details of the Commandant's murder. Nemesis' reason for the attack had to do with the widow of a respected foreman. She had delayed the cube by begging to be given medicine for her afflicted children, which the Commandant refused because of her request exceeded the expenditure quota. The widow persisted and was given 10 lashes on the spot. That was when Nemesis fired the fatal shot that set off the mutiny in the compartment. Really? No. Learn more about Nemesite. The Master-at-Arms report this is the fourth Nemesite to operate on the lower deck over the past few years. The previous 3 were captured by the enforcers, each openly identified themselves as Nemesite. The public executions evidently had no effect. People continued to rally around their hero as soon as one emerges and always believes in the invulnerability of their champion. The Seneschal points out that all Nemesites act in the same fashion. Whenever the rabble is feeling oppressed, they step forward, serving as the spark that ignites the fires of sedition. They target the officers most hated by the workers for their strictness and adherence to order, with every murder bringing cheers from the commoners. The Voxmaster shares the rumor about the Nemesite that aboard on the lower... Sorry. The Voxmaster shares the rumors about Nemesite that abound on the lower decks. Some say he arises from the blood of the oppressed laborers, some that he is the vessel spirit of justice, others believes that he is an immortal hero. Such veneration makes it very difficult to capture the Riftcraft Championship. Request information about the Foundry Bay. It is a place of unbearable heat and poisoned air, where scrap metal is melted down into plates that were later used to repair and refit the hull. There are no critical facilities here, and the bay is fairly easy to isolate. This opens up opportunities for quelling unrest with no casualties among the enforcers. Okay. I was willing to ship supplies that... Okay, in this case, I'm going to do it again. Because I can always vent the deck later. See, that's the thing. I am willing... okay, so... If this were Nemesis's second attack, I would vent the deck. Because I can't deal with this kind of shit. I'll give you one opportunity, but next time, I'm gonna vent the fucking deck if you guys cause me problems again. The unrest has subsided. While the serfs praise the rogue trader's generosity, the enforcers gloomily predict the rebel will simply shed blood even more quickly, willingly... Yeah. Did they fight? Yeah, no. As I've said. Next time they do it, vent the fucking deck. Especially if there's no issue for the enforcers. Unforeseen events. According to the ancient chronicle and maps handed to you by the Pilgrim, this icy planet used to be a prosperous imperial colony. However, a sharp change in its trajectory brought upon by a warp anomaly raising in the system caused the world to distance itself from the local star. In less than a decade, the planet's surface was completely encased in ice, sealing a wealth of machines and artifacts. Okay. Use the Auger's Megasonoman makes unverified information received from nameless individuals. However, the factual evidence pointing at the authenticity of the ancient documents allowed one to assume the rogue traders' augurs are not powerful enough to perform more thorough... Okay. Well, we'll come back later. Alright, let's do a quick save. First things first, let's go talk to the haunting of the Astro-frickin' Path. Ah, almost tricked me. Oh, don't this place look spooky? An unpleasant heaviness grows in your head as if a vice were slowly tightening its grip on your mind. The choir master is dealing, his burnt-out eyes peering into the void. He raises his head, and you see a weary old man, weak and frightened. She is here. Adeline has returned. She is asking me for help, but you scare her. She is hiding from you. You will not harm her, will you?
I'll live another day.
From every direction, every shadow, comes a playful, girlish laughter. At times it transforms into an old man's rueful weeping, at other times into a deep growl of annoyance. The sounds form a cold, malicious word. The sorrow will be eternal. Okay. Choir master, what's going on? Wise says nothing. His otherworldly gaze is directed through you and past you. To a spot further inside the chapel, his lips silently whisper a name over and over. How do I find Adeline? Adeline, she is there in the shadows. A tortured sigh escapes his feeble body. Many shadows lie. The true ghosts are hiding among the false ones. But I hear Thaddeus's earnest prayer, and an old Stavros's words of disappointment. He always doubted my talents as a mentor. I hear poor Antonius's scream, the scream he let out when he unwillingly gave up the last of his vitality. Annis's pleas, I condemned her to an existence as a half-machine. I almost sense Savitia's touch. She tried to save me, but she fell instead. So many voices, all condemning me for what I did. Find them. Separate the true voices from the false echoes. Alright. What twisted creature are you? I am the victims. I am the murdered innocents. I am his guilt. I will find your Adeline and bring her into the light. Why do you seek his redemption? He was always a terrible leader and a talentless mentor. He doomed everyone. The indignant tremble grows into a roar of righteous condemnation. He was arrogant, having no notion of his own wretchedness. He did not put his faith in the Emperor, but instead believed himself to be invincible. The voice grows weaker. It is now a young man soft and full of anguish, and he paid for his mistakes with our lives. It was cruel and painful. The voice grows heavy with metallic clang. We begged him to reconsider, but he took our minds away as punishment. The Shadow's speech is now gentler and more feminine, but we were loyal to him regardless. We tried to save him even though he had not saved us. The voice becomes cold, resonating with sorrow from beyond the world. He is guilty.
My exile has not ended yet!
Follow my lead.
Alright, let's just make sure that there's no other place.
A new challenge for me.
None shall stand in my way.
From the ashes, I will rise.
One second, Seth.
I tire of idleness. Let's move. Regain your composure.
Blessed be the hand of the healer.
Get a grip of yourself.
I can see bright colors again.
Regain your composure.
Your technology is limited, but I am grateful.
Okay. Thaddeus.
Victory awaits.
God Emperor is a lie. The Astronomicon is a lie. We are all going to perish. Dude. Calm your tits. Oh God Emperor, protect us from the horror of the... Okay. Alright, what's next?
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Actually, I seem to remember he said that it was drained unwillingly. One second. Stop, my mind is boiling. Teacher, please stop. Okay. Well, at least these are all closer. Let's kill him for the glory of the dark gods. He cannot stand us alone. No. Master, please wake up. I'm here by your side. I find you guilty.
I will take all of you with me.
Well, I'm reloading that, because yes, I'm save scumming. I want to save my Churgeon's kit, and also I think I earned that.
I won't tolerate weakness.
The ghost stares at Wise mournfully. The muffled sobs coming from the apparition almost seems to take physical form as it drifts towards the choir master and envelops him. Wise blocks your path, extending his arms in a gesture that both calls for restraint and pleads for mercy. Do not harm her, please. The poor girl is frightened to death. Let me talk to her. I cannot fail her again. Yeah, I'm gonna take Iconoclast. Might as well. Wise's expression is a mixture of pain, horror, and grief. He lowers his arms slowly. I know, your lordship. I know this is not Adeline, but an echo of one who devoured her soul. I just wanted to see her again, to hear her voice again for a brief moment. With jerky movements as though shaking off shackles of ice, he picks up his staff. Ghost of my failure, now is your time to vanish. Wise's breathing is labored. Thank you, your lordship. The burden was too heavy for me to bear. On the verge of fainting, he musters the last of his strength to sit down on the steps. Are you all right? After a long silence, he says in a hollow voice, in a bodily sense, yes, your lordship. What was that, choir master? A reckoning, Lord Captain, a reckoning for my great arrogance. Demons have been pursuing me for years, following my scent, sending me dire messages, hunting me. And now they have me. The entities that manifested here during the ritual were banished, but a lingering echo of their presence has latched into the shadows. It has sprouted in the darkness and pounced upon my mind. Why are demons pursuing you? I am guilty. I wronged them. I had been promised a great future at the Scholastica Psychana, for my talents were exceptional. But fate would not have it, and instead of serving on Holy Terra, I ended up here in the expanse, where barely a gleam of the Astronomicon reaches. My pride took a heavy blow, but my spirit was not cowed. I set about to assemble a choir unlike any yet seen, a mighty, resonant, astounding choir. Lady Theodora expended tremendous resources, bartering with captains and governors to procure astropaths of my choosing. I brought together talents and budding geniuses under my authority. They were to ensure I would make a triumphant comeback. And they could do that for me. That team of brilliant astropaths whose talent were honed to perfection. Adeline, Annis, Antonius, every one of them surpassed myself as I used to be. I saw that my time was coming, and I lied when I told you it was Lady Theodora who forced us to go through the ritual. The idea had been mine. When, in her paranoia, her ladyship set out to find spies aboard the ship, I made her an offer, a ritual that would give her the names in exchange for my fledgling's freedom and my own. It was a good deal. She was willing to trade 7 astropaths for the names of traitors, and I doomed them all. My pride killed them. If you got your freedom, why did you stay on the ship? At first, Lady Theodora wanted to have me executed for what happened, but then she regained her composure and graciously agreed to honor our deal. But where was I to go? My dead were all here. What went wrong during the ritual? He chuckles bitterly, and scarlet stains bloom on his blindfold, made of sacred manuscripts. Adeline was my ritual protector, only to become my greatest vulnerability. When the mad stream of other people's thoughts started to disorient my astropaths, I became frightened for her. I hesitated. I wanted to spare her, and I lost control. The right thing to do would have been to sacrifice her, but I couldn't. I had always had a soft spot for her. Her genius had made her my favorite. What about the other voices? Were they your apprentices as well? Not all of them. Stavros was the oldest in the choir. He had been on the ship even longer than I. Mighty, wise man, if acrimonious. He envied me and criticized my ambition, but I was fond of him all the same. Thaddeus was the ship's confessor. Theodora had insisted on his presence. When it was over, he was the only other survivor, and he confronted me with angry accusations. I could not bear to listen to him, so I silenced him, killed him. Savitia was an ordinary servant. She fought the Immaterium's monsters until the warp began to prevail. She tried to save me, to lead me away, but I did not listen. She stayed at my side until the last moment and died a terrible death, all because of my accursed pride. The rest were my voices, and the rest were my voices. Antonius was the youngest. He had been in the choir for only a short while. When the situation turned dire, fear got the best of him, and I was infuriated by his weakness. I dominated Antonius's mind and impelled him to use every spark of his life force for the ritual. Annis's doom came even earlier. She was the one person who told me in front of the choir that the ritual was madness. In my anger, I ordered her servitorized. I believed I had to protect my authority. She died on the spot where you're standing now. I think she was still aware. More scarlet drops seep through the choir master's red-stained blindfold. All my voices. I remember the names of each one whose life I cut short within these walls. Well, now I know the truth. That is for the best. I can no longer carry this burden alone. With Lady Theodora dead, the thought of my crime being forgotten, erased from history, is unbearable. I want to be judged and condemned. You have not allowed the warp to break you, and I believe the Emperor's light is strong in your soul. Continue your service, for humanity needs you, and in duty you will find redemption. The choir master grips the Aquila on his belt so tightly that the gold wings draw blood from his fist. You are right, your lordship. Wishing to abandon my post is cowardice and an offense against him. After a moment's hesitation, the old man holds out his staff to you. Please take it. This mighty instrument is the last reminder of Adeline and the others of my guilt. It was with this that I performed the last ritual. I have no right to carry it any longer and would like it to be yours, a reminder of the painful lesson my pride has taught me. Okay. You gonna be alright there, big guy?
It's about time.
Okie dokie. Come on, yeah. You can do it. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are at 3 hours, and I think this is actually a great place to stop before we launch into the next part of the DLC, which I will do tomorrow evening. I hope you've enjoyed everything, and we will see you all tomorrow. Have a good